Can you see the babies? There's 3. Two days ago here on the cow farm, we started to have babies. So I'm going to show you a quick couple pictures, and for patrons, donors, and members, I got a little video with more close-up shots. Find the link below. So with that, I wanted to just follow up on the last video I did that I talked about how to prep your immune system as we're looking at the coronavirus coming at us. And I realized I forgot to say the most important thing when it comes to what is happening in our world and what our immune system is doing in response to it, regardless of the threat that we're facing. And I feel like this is really important, and it's something that you've heard before, but we don't really take it to heart. And that is, there's nothing more destructive to your immune system than fear, worry, and anxiety. Uncertainty, doubt, trepidation, all those things just make your immune system crash. And what does everybody spend most of their time doing? Running around trying to get information to soothe our fear and our anxiety, because we feel like, and this is human nature, if we can find the right information, then just maybe we'll know what to do and we'll be safe. And here's the second thing that I struggle with these videos and this platform, is that you already have all the information that you need. The only deciding factor are the actions that you take, and making peace with the fact you can't save yourself from everything. I like to use that word survival, because to me it really means the conscious decision to choose to live regardless of what the scenario or the context is. We are in a very, very challenging time right now, and it's not easy. It's not easy to survive on a good day. I was in town listening to this poor guy, spin his tail to somebody else, and people who they're working hard, they're struggling, and then there's this constant push-pull of information about what else you need to be afraid of. I had another woman make a comment like, I can't deal with a catastrophe. I have a health care issue. And that is the most important thing. And here is the one thing that I try to keep saying. I was looking at old videos that just doesn't register, or at least I'm not doing it in a way that it registers. And my belief system is such, after 40 years of all this, trying to help myself, trying to help other people, is that nobody can tell you anything. It's always your decision, what to focus on, what action to take, what to believe, how you choose to perceive, and who you want to be and how you want to be in this world. And so much effort is being put into making us fearful and anxious and doubtful and not trusting ourselves, not trusting each other, that we're just thrashing around. And that is the number one thing that is crashing your immune system. And so in the last video, I talked to you a little bit about vagal tone and the vagus nerve. And that's really the antidote to the sympathetic response, which is the stress response. And remember, it's fight, flight, and freeze. And freeze is really where that anxiety gets locked, the energy gets trapped, and unless you discharge it, you're in for all kinds of problems down the road. Even when there's nothing going on, you'll still have that underlying anxiety. So I just wanted to touch base because I forgot to tell you the most important thing, and that is that if you are in fear, if you are having anxiety, depression, doubt, uncertainty, if you're struggling, if you're running around with all your energy trying to watch all these videos, nobody really knows anything, and nobody has an impact on your life but you. I mean, you could be the one house that's still standing in the midst of a tornado and massive destruction. You cannot prepare or defend for everything. You can just get ready, stay ready, and then make peace with the fact that you just don't know. And I think that's the conscious decision. It's making the decision to stay peaceful, making the decision to be calm, making the decision, which I say is to stay human, because I believe our body, our mind, our heart, our feelings, all these things are in, we've been authentically created. Our authentic human blueprint has been created to handle crisis. Everything about our body is capable of handling crisis, except the ability to think and the choices we make, because that is our free will. That is our choice. How we drive the car, how we operate the computer. These are the decisions that we have the power and the control over. And I know everybody knows this. It's not rocket science, but there's this wide chasm between making the decision, doing the work, or just staying lost in the information and feeling empowered because you think you know everything, but in the meantime, you're not really doing anything different. And the reality is when we're constantly bringing in negativity, it's just reinforcing that fear. You only need about a 10% information input. The rest should be action and positive functional activity. It should not be about constant collection of information of what we're afraid of. It's this impossible thing of shifting from what you don't want to shifting to what you do want. And that is really, where I would love to spend most of my time. But most people aren't excited about being there. We like to stay in the problem because it takes no personal responsibility to be part of our own solution. And I keep saying the same thing over and over, and that's where I'm trying to just make peace with the fact that I can't do anything but offer you encouragement. I don't think it's about motivation. My new place on that is, why are we so resistant to taking action? Why are we so resistant to letting go of the fear and the anxiety? What's really underneath that? And that's really the work that I want to do. So I just wanted to add that one thing. Fear and anxiety and worry are the number one things that are going to crash your immune system more than what you eat, more than anything. So if you can learn to manage that intentionally by managing your own thoughts and feelings, you are so far ahead of the game. So with that, my friends, all the links are below for people who want to take action. I know it's radical. And with that, I will see you next time.